Now let's go to that electronics data set. So I'm going to go to File and choose New to make a new Tableau worksheet. So I have my new worksheet, and now I want to connect to the electronics Excel file. So I'll go over to Data Source, connect to Microsoft Excel, and you want to find that electronics data set. So this file has data for weeks, 1 through at least 10, and then it shows the number of commercials and the sales volume for each of these weeks. So let's say we wanted to see if the number of commercials was at all correlated with the sales volume. Those are two quantitative variables, so what we might want to do is make a scatter plot or a scatter chart. So if I go to worksheet 1, well, we could make columns, number of commercials. So I could take number of commercials to columns, and then I want sales volume to be in rows. Great. Okay. So right now, this isn't a scatter chart. This is just showing one dot. I want all of the points. So if I go up to analysis, it's set to with a check next to aggregate measures, and I'm going to uncheck that. And now this is a scatter chart or a scatter plot for number of commercials versus sales volume. And instead of the marks being set to automatic, I might choose circle. I like these to be closed in dots. And then right now, if I scroll over these, it shows the number of commercials and the sales volume, but I might want to be able to see which week each point corresponds to. So what I could do is go over to week and drag that to detail under marks. Now, if I scroll over these, it will also show me what week that point corresponds to. And then something you could do is you could right click on this chart, and you could go into trend lines, and you could choose show trend lines in case you wanted to see the trend line here. And this would give us an idea that as the number of commercials goes up, we expect in general the sales volume to go up. And a question, I'm going to take that trend line out. A question I could ask is, would it make sense to connect the dots here? And I would say no. Here, a scatter chart makes sense, but a line chart where I connect the dots, I do not think would make sense. At least with our horizontal axis being number of commercials. So that is a discrete quantitative variable. It wouldn't make sense to connect the dots here. If I had my horizontal axis being weeks, then maybe if I was looking at one of these variables over time, that might make sense to have a line chart, but here it would not make sense to connect those dots.